Who assignments for rule events. Overview. Abacus lets you automatically assign matter-related who codes to events generated by a rule. This is a useful feature for firms with different employees responsible for different tasks for a matter. Attorneys, paralegals, office administrators, or even interns might work on the varied tasks to complete a matter. For example, the closing rule has 4 events, and each rule event can be assigned to a different type of employee, like this. By assigning matter-related who codes to rules, events created by a rule will be automatically assigned to the responsible employee at the time of rule event creation. This prevents users from having to assign each rule event to an employee individually. In this demo, we will configure the closing rule so that the events in the rule are automatically assigned to certain employees in the firm. Our goal is to create a series of events for a closing for the Smith real estate matter and automatically assign each event in the closing to a firm employee. Important: a rule should always be cloned before modifying it. When updates for rule sets are installed, existing rules in the rule set are overwritten. Therefore, you should always clone a rule and give it a new, unique name before modifying it. Before performing the steps in this procedure, clone the rule and work with the cloned version. There are 5 steps in the process. Let's get started. Step 1. Add who code fields to the matters database. We need to add the who code fields that we want to assign to rule events to the matters database. And for this demo, we're going to need 3 who code fields. We need attorney, paralegal, and intern. Those are the 3 types of roles that are going to be assigned to the complete the events in our rule for our matter. We select File, Setup, Database Structures, and we need to change the database to Matters, the Matters database. And you can see in the Matters database we already have an attorney who code field. But we need to create a paralegal who code field and an intern who code field. Let's add the paralegal who code field first. Click Add, and the field name will be paralegal. Character type, field type is character. Field length, we'll leave that at 10. We don't need any decimal places because this will just be the who code initials. Display name automatically populates as paralegal, and we'll just call our description paralegal. Click Done, and you can see that it added the paralegal who code field to our matters database. Now let's add the intern who code field. So now we have the paralegal who code field and the intern who code field. And we already had the attorney who code field. We're done. We need to execute changes and create new databases. If we check to click to view the changes, it shows us that we added 2 new fields, paralegal and intern. Click Done, and we're finished. Step 2. Add who code fields to the matter screen. Now let's add those who code fields to our matter screen. Select File, Setup, User Defined Screens, Matter. Highlight the matter screen and click Edit. On our matter screen, the attorney who code field has already been added. We need to add the paralegal and intern who code fields. In a blank spot on the screen, right-click and click Add Field. Find the paralegal who code field that we added to the matters database. When you open this window, your fields are going to be blank, but they need to be set up similar to this. you need to enter the field name. Picture should be @ exclamation point. The fast field code should be who. The valid condition should be list box who. The feature will not work unless list box who is selected for valid condition. And list box to use should be who. Click Done to save, and our paralegal who code field appears on the screen. Now, in a similar way, let's add the intern who code field. And again, we've selected fast field code who, valid condition, list box who. Click Done. And now we just need to align our new fields on our screen. Click Done to save, click Done again, and we're finished. Step 3. Edit the rule events to use matter-related who code fields. Now we need to assign the who code fields to the events in the closing rule. Select File, Setup, Rules. We highlight the closing rule and click Edit. You can see there are 4 events in the rule. The first event, fee agreement, is usually done by the attorney. So we want to assign the attorney who code field to the first event. We highlight the event and click Edit. Click Event Details tab. Click the Lookup button for who, and click Matter Who fields. We see all the who code fields that we added. We highlight Attorney and click Done. Click Done again to save. And now you can see the first rule event is assigned to the Attorney who code field. The second rule event, draft real estate documents, is usually done by the paralegal. So let's, just like we did with the first event, let's assign the paralegal who code field to the second event. The third event, check title of property, is usually performed by the intern. So let's assign the intern who code field to the third event. And finally, the fourth event will be performed by the attorney. Click Done to save, and click Done again, and we're finished. Step 4. Assign employees to who code fields for the matter. Since we will be performing a closing for the Smith real estate matter, and we will need to apply the closing rule to that matter, we need to open the matter and assign employees to the who code fields. So let's open the Smith real estate matter. The attorney is going to be Sam Barnes. The paralegal on this matter is Edward Jackson. And the intern on this matter is Rachel Kirkman. Click Save and click Done, and the employees are assigned. Step 5. Generate events from a rule for the matter. In this final step, we're going to apply the closing rule to the Smith real estate matter to create a series of events that will complete the closing. Open the calendar, right-click the time slot for the first event, and click Add Events from a Rule. Select the closing rule And we want to select our Smith real estate matter. Click Save. We click Yes, we want to schedule the related events. And you can see now the series of events have been scheduled, and the whos have been automatically populated based on the employees we selected for the matter. The first event is assigned to the attorney Sam. The second event is assigned to the paralegal Edward. The third event is assigned to the intern Rachel. And the fourth event is assigned to the attorney Sam. Click Done to save. And we have now successfully used a rule and automatically scheduled the whos in the events. This concludes the demonstration.